Undoubtedly, you have heard about the National Association of Realtors lawsuit settlement by now. What is the NAR and Keller Williams lawsuit settlement about? I've been in real estate for 34 years and I have seen a lot of changes, so I wanted to clarify for you what all this means. The class action lawsuit, Sitzer versus National Association of Realtors, alleged that NAR, Keller Williams Realty, Anywhere Real Estate, formerly known as Realology, RE/MAX, and Home Services of America, all real estate brokerages, colluded to artificially inflate agent commissions. NAR et al. Lost the case, and you have probably heard last week that the National Association of Realtors agreed to a settlement of $418 million. I have seen some crazy takes on what this means on the national news, and even misunderstanding from other agents about what the settlement means, to include: it will ease house prices. It reduces commissions from the standard 6% commission. And a seller no longer pays a buyer agent commission, among other disinformation. First of all, to say there is a standard commission is blatantly false. There is not now, nor has there ever been, a standard commission, and for the media machine to say so is completely ignorant and quite honestly irresponsible reporting. First, the settlement. The NAR settlement agreement would end litigation of claims brought on behalf of home sellers related to broker commissions. The settlement is subject to court approval. The reason they decided to put forth a settlement is to avoid years of costly appeals. The agreement would resolve claims against NAR, over 1 million NAR members, all state, territorial, and local real estate associations, realtor associations, all associations own multiple listing services, and all brokerages with a NAR member as principal that had a residential transaction volume in 2022 of less than $2 billion. NAR still maintains they have not done anything wrong, so let me break it down. First, commissions are negotiable and always have been. There is no standard commission, period. Second, there are all kinds of rumors about what this means, including buyers will have to pay their own commission. I have been in real estate since 1990 and was taught from the beginning in the mandatory NAR ethics classes that commissions are negotiable and are agreed on in the listing contract by the seller in writing, with the split showing how much goes to the buyer's agent. Technically, the whole commission is earned by the listing agent when a real estate contract is agreed on and paid out at closing. The seller's agent can offer to share the commission with the buyer's agent. There is one commission with offer of co-op compensation of the commission to the buyer's broker. A real estate transaction comes with risk, as well as many details the buyer doesn't understand, not to mention the transaction is stressful and an emotional experience, so buyers choose to work with a real estate broker for these reasons. The VA buyer cannot pay a commission. In Colorado Springs especially, there are a lot of VA buyers because of all of the military bases and services for retired military. If forced to pay a commission, it would disenfranchise the VA buyer and they wouldn't be able to compete, keeping most of them from even buying a home. Then, imagine if a buyer has to save for the down payment and would then have to save for the commission. It will take even longer for the buyer to save to buy a house and will stifle the already stressed real estate market. Let's talk common sense. Then the most obvious thing is to take into consideration is when you bought your house, the seller likely paid your buyer agent commission. So it's really nothing more than paying it forward. Oh, and by the way, if you are selling your home and buying another house, after selling yours, your agent gets paid by the seller's agent, and so on. So in reality, nothing has changed except the lawsuit is supposed to make the public aware that commissions are negotiable and there is no standard commission. Of course, if a buyer wants to pay their agent instead, they are welcome to do so. Instead, the mass news media has misinterpreted what the settlement is about, but that hasn't stopped them from spreading disinformation. NAR is requiring some changes internally to the MLSs and requiring buyer agency agreements, which I have always used, to ensure that the consumers understand compensation options. Cooperative compensation can still be offered off the MLS. Note, there are also other ways to compensate agents, which I will go into on my blog at lutherbenson.com. Please go to my blog at lutherbenson.com to get a more detailed article on the NAR rules for agents. As always, if you have any questions, you can contact me at 719-310-2404 or go to luther@lutherbenson.com and email me. And remember, you can find all homes on the MLS at lutherbenson.com. Tell everybody.